The t-shirt.
It's a good one, Norm.
Yeah, Tina bought me this from Giant Tiger, $9.95.
Well, I think we thought we were cheating on Giant Tiger, Norm.
Had to go back there. So David Bowie and Ziggy Stardust. Used to really like David Bowie. Well, still do. And very, very creative musician. There's no guarantee in retirement that housing may not become a problem. We in Canada are experiencing a housing crisis right now. And it only started as little as 7 years ago. And it's been creeping up. But in the last 3-4 years, it's become a full-blown crisis that generations of people, younger generations, are thinking they will never be homeowners. And this is the first time in Canadian history people are feeling that. So what are we going to talk about, Tin?
Can you retire in a hotel?
It sounds a stupid idea, but really when you put it into context, rents are becoming increasingly expensive. An average one-bedroom in Toronto, what did you find out?
Is around $2,600
a month.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you've got the parking,
Yeah.
you've got your cable TV, you've got your Wi-Fi, property tax, condo fees. That's just the start of it.
Yeah.
And so you're getting low-wage income earners in Toronto who aren't able to live near where they're working. Also, we've heard from viewers as well in different countries, haven't we, Tina?
We have. We've had viewers in Ireland and Australia in particularly, and the UK, say how rents have just been skyrocketing to the degree that in those countries too, people are no longer being able to afford to actually rent an apartment.
So what's compounding it also is because people can't get in on the housing ladder, buildings like the ones that we are in, and now instead of people downsizing from having had a family home, people in our age group and older, it's young people coming into the building, a lot younger, because they can't afford to either rent a house or buy a house because the down payments are so excessive. To give you an idea, in our town, and this was a low-cost town with cheap houses when we came here 7 years ago. A really decent house, a detached, maybe one garage, 3-bedroom, would go for about $269,000.
Yeah, you could get a nice one for like $300,000, couldn't you?
And if you were paying about $360,000 or $400,000, you were in a 4-bedroom, really top-of-the-line house here. Well, that house at $269,000 is now going for $800,000.
Wow.
And that's in less than 7 years. So it is a crisis. And who knows, we might be priced out of this apartment in another 10 years' time. So what would the alternative be? So Tina came up with this harebrained idea.
Could you actually retire in a hotel? Now, we are thinking of like one of the big chains, perhaps, in either Canada or the US or whichever country you're in. So basically, you would get your 1-bedroom, let's call it hotel room. And a lot of them now are actually coming with complete mini kitchens. So you do get a fridge and a microwave. And some of them are actually including a stove too, Norm. We've stayed in somewhere.
Yes,
you get
we
a
have.
complete mini kitchen, fridge, freezer and everything. So we thought, this isn't that crazy, is that? Because the more we thought about it, you actually get other perks too, don't you, Norm?
Yeah, so you would get Wi-Fi for free, included in your hotel room price. You'd get, a lot of places have a gym, swimming pool. Starting to sound like our apartment.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And places like Holiday Inn provide a breakfast, the Holiday Inn Express, and they will all do a negotiated fee for a monthly stay.
And actually, another thing, Norm, that we need to talk about is cleaning. Remember, maid service. Now, you're probably not going to get daily, but if you were there long term, you would probably get at least once a week, and maybe your towels changed twice a week. So that's a big plus, I would think.
Very much so. And the absolute shocking thing is this has come to Toronto. And so there was a news story on the TV the other night that a hotel in Toronto has allocated 60 rooms for long-term stays. They're not like when we go to Portugal for a month or two. These are for people to become residents of the hotel. 60 rooms. They've already let 16 or 18 of them. And they did start off at $1,800 a month. They have increased the price to $2,000, I guess, because of the demand. But you get free parking, which in Toronto is a big deal. You get free Wi-Fi. You get gym membership, and you get cleaning once a week.
These are all big pluses. Now, we're not completely sure if you get breakfast in that one.
No.
But you might or might not. But what they're doing is they are actually renting them out for $2,000 a month now, aren't they? So you're looking at $600 a month less than what an average one-bedroom apartment is in Toronto.
And for these people, they may well be working locally, so they now don't need that bus pass or train pass because they naturally would have had to live about half an hour outside of Toronto to make it affordable. So they're saving on an annual bus pass as well.
Well, and the other thing too, Norm, is that they don't do any background checks or credit checks on you at all. Because there are some people who maybe might struggle to get approved to rent in the normal rental market.
Well, it's not just that, Tina. You could have people who have got divorced and their finances have become wrecked. They don't have a credit history. They've maybe been bankrupt because of
so that would help
how the divorce goes. So it would help them get shelter. We've also heard of a gentleman in the US who took up residency in the Holiday Inn Express instead of going into one of these long-term care homes. He didn't need the care, but it was just he couldn't afford to keep living in his house. And he managed to negotiate a rate. And so he got breakfast with his. And basically, it's a way of containing costs.
Yes, because then you don't have to pay any of the property taxes. You don't have to do the maintenance or anything like that. Because the hotel group's doing it for you. We thought it was brilliant, didn't it, when we heard about it?
Well, put it this way. If it's a choice between having to move to a third world country to afford to live on Social Security or on your CPP, whereas you could stay in your own country, that's a big plus.
It certainly is, isn't it?
So if you've enjoyed this video about an element of downsizing to living in a hotel, we'll put a link over here to a movie that'll carry on with this story for you if you're interested in looking at it. So we hope everybody is keeping well.
And staying safe.
And until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.